mentioned you, by the way.
Me?
Oh yeah, you.
Whoa.
She mentioned you sitting at her bar. So it's like,
I think Kirk was going down like the Titanic, slowly. He hit that iceberg, he looked to the left and he was like, boy, ain't got nothing to do with that.
I didn't know who she was. So somebody had to say, that's Kirk, baby mother. And I never went back. We never had 2 words.
Can I ask you one question? Where the hell is your ring at?
I lost it.
Oh my God.
So what was intended to be a typical night out for Kirk Frost and Mies took a drastic turn very quickly. They were at a club, having a wonderful time, drinking and grooving, until things got out of control. It all began with a heated argument that quickly got out of hand, according to witnesses. If you know these two, you know that tension has been building for some time. Some claim it was about a lady, while others claim it was a business dispute. Regardless of the nature of the debate, it escalated into pushing, yelling, and a full-fledged brawl. Security attempted to defuse the situation, but it was too late. Police were summoned, and both Kirk and Mendeecees were handcuffed then. Fans are still attempting to determine what caused all of this, and we will soon dissect it all.
We're moving in 2 different directions, and if I don't speak up right now, I'm gonna be miserable.
Let's face it though, this battle wasn't unexpected. When it comes to women, Kirk Frost seems to be surrounded by drama for years. If you've seen Love and Hip Hop, you're already aware of his well-known cheating scandals, which include messy affairs and secret infants. Given everything Kirk has been through with his wife Rashida, it was only natural that people would be concerned when they noticed him getting a little too close to another woman that evening. Was this a simple miscommunication, or was there more going on? In addition, Kirk has a history of trouble, including past legal issues involving drug trafficking. Got him incarcerated for a few years. He has been making an effort to maintain a low profile since being released, yet he still finds himself at the center of controversy. The main question is why he became engaged in this altercation. According to sources, the conflict began long before the club. Others asserted that Kirk and M were already at odds on business-related issues. Regardless of the cause, some claim it was personal, but by the time they entered the club, it was inevitable that things would blow out. Witnesses claimed that everything quickly went from 0 to 100. It began with a furious dispute, followed by words, hands, and movement. And at first, it appeared to be just another club. One moment, it was just Kirk and M talking, and then there was pushing and shoving. Security tried to intervene, but before they could do much, drinks were flying, tables were flipping, and the crowd was in disarray. According to the club's residents, the turning point was when Kirk became too close to another woman. Some claimed she was just a friend, while others believed there was more to it. Whatever it was, Is was not having it, and he stepped in. Words were exchanged, drinks were spilled, tables were knocked over, and people were rushing to. Some by attempting to break it up, while others simply stood back and took notes. Even before the police arrived, there were clips going viral online, and once they did, there was no turning back. Security had already been having trouble keeping things under control, and the place was in a complete mess with tables turned over and drinks all over the place. Without much delay, officers handcuffed Kirk and Mendeecees, respectively.
The deal on the text messages. Is that what we got going on? Because the fact that I'm even sitting here, even listening to this, is beneath me. And I'm sick and tired of it. Straight up, what is up?
Let's now discuss Rashida. If there is one thing we know about her, it is that she does not play when it comes to Kirk's nonsense words. She was furious when she learned what had happened. and some reports even claim that she drove up to the scene, but there is no concrete proof of that. Regardless, one thing is for sure, she is not happy. The big question now is whether this was all a misunderstanding, or if there was something more serious going on. Some clubgoers say it was just a drunken argument that got out of hand. Others claim that Kirk's and Misa's past made this altercation inevitable. In any case, what began as a night out ended with them both in the back of a police car. They are currently facing charges, but it's unclear how serious they are. According to reports, they may face charges of disorderly conduct, public intoxication, or even assault, depending on how things turn out. It all depends on whether the other party files charges and what's on that. Security footage, and let's not forget, Kirk's situation at home. If there is one thing Rashida does not tolerate, it is disrespect. They have already experienced trust issues and cheating scandals outside of babies. So if Kirk was indeed caught with another woman just before the fight started, this could be another serious issue in their marriage. Will Rashida support him this time? Or is she finally finished with his mess? Let's be honest. V1 is probably already taking notes. Love and hip-hop has never hesitated to turn real-life drama into TV gold. And with all the footage that is currently available, this could easily develop into a major plot point. Will producers turn this into another chaotic season of reality TV? There is still a lot we don't know, but one thing is certain, this drama is far from over. Could we see Kirk and Mrs. sitting down at a reunion and working this out on camera?
Let down my whole life, right? I had expectations, and everyone I had expectations let me down, and I didn't want this relationship ruined.
Did you tell her that?
I told her
tell her that, but did you really mean that?
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't mean it. I wanted to see if she take the exit.
Right.
Like if he giving me a, like
If he
sometimes,
give it out, I'm gonna take it.
and sometimes you give someone an out and see if they take it.
Yeah.
And if they take it, that's what they really want to happen.
As you are aware, fans are not holding back on Twitter and Instagram at the moment. One user wrote that Kirk Frost fighting at the club, rather than fighting for his marriage, is crazy, while another added that Mises had only been home for 5 minutes and was already back in handcuffs. The comments continued, with people saying things like, "Sit down, boy." An image of two elderly guys fighting was released with a message that made fun of them, both for acting out at such a young age. At the family barbecue, Kirk and Mendeecees are fighting like uncles, and even celebrities are watching the drama unfold. 50 Cent couldn't resist sharing a power clip with the message, "When you tell Kirk Frost to stay, as usual. Out of trouble, but he doesn't listen, so it's safe to say that the internet is consuming this." Now let's talk about Rashida. She hasn't discussed the situation directly, but she did share a black screen with a single sentence on Instagram at one point, and naturally, her fans went crazy. Some are claiming that this is her way of. According to a comment, Rashida has been screaming enough is enough. But Kirk still manages to embarrass her every year. Another person noted that she may be simply frustrated with the entire situation. Just let's go on and say that the divorce papers are on their way, sis.
All this provoking, that's what they want to do, man. This is whack.
See, bitches get threatened when they can't handle the truth. They want to start swinging.
Wait, hold on. Let them clear that out because I promise you. Walk straight to listen, I promise you. One of these girls grab you, I'm gonna go crazy. Let's go get some drinks.
People are now asking if Kirk and Min will suffer major repercussions from this altercation when the dust settles. Let's get to the point. Kirk already has a difficult reputation, particularly in regards to his marriage, and people have never truly forgiven him for repeatedly cheating on Rashida. Now that he's fighting in the club, it's not a good look, and some are speculating that this could harm his commercial endeavors. Kirk and Rashida own a well-known boutique and have established a brand centered on family values and entrepreneurship. But how can you promote family values while you're fighting with other women? Even worse, might this be the final straw for Rashida if she decides to leave him for good? Image takes a hit. And let's not forget that Kirk is still very much involved with VH1 and Love and Hip Hop. If producers at ERS believe that this negative publicity could harm the show, they may begin to phase him out. Mendeecees has a lengthy history with the law. He spent years in prison for drug charges and recently got his life back on track. Now that this fight is making headlines, the big question is whether he will get into trouble again, even if the charges aren't serious, since he's already precarious. A public altercation like this could affect his probation or any legal restrictions he may have. And what about his family? Though she has always supported him, Yandy Smith's efforts to keep things under control while he was incarcerated might strain their marriage. Going to deal with this sort of issue, and if there's one thing that Love and Hip Hop are good at, it's turning real-life drama into TV gold. With cameras always rolling, there's a good chance that this brawl will become a big plot point in the upcoming season. Just think of the cast's reactions. Confessional sessions and warm settings, as you already know. Mona Scott Young is watching this drama unfold with a notepad in hand, scheming how to make it happen. If Kirk and Dee have to confront each other on stage, would Rashida and Yandy get involved? The producers of Downs are most likely already arranging the reunion episode. At TV, this argument might ultimately go any way. If they play their cards well, they can resolve the conflict and go on. Perhaps Kirk will. If you try to repair the damage with Rashida, perhaps you'll be able to stay out of the spotlight and avoid future legal problems. However, if things go wrong, there may be more drama at home, legal problems, and even job consequences. Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, this isn't over yet. We must now ask, was this fight about something serious? Or was it just a bad night gone wrong, and Mendeecees should have kept his mouth shut instead of getting involved? Or did Kirk make a mistake again and take this personally? Please leave a comment, hit the like button, and remember to subscribe so that we can keep you all informed about all the latest tea.